Welcome to our second live stream workout of Taste of Strength. You'll see that I'm going back and forth because I have two devices up and running this morning, so that you can also join in from YouTube or from our Facebook page, if that's an easier platform for you to be doing it from, or over on Instagram. We're on all of them. So make sure that you give us a follow on all of these social media platforms so that you are able to never miss anything, because sometimes we post things on different media platforms that we don't always cross post. So anyways, today we're going to do a warm-up. We're going to have a 20-minute strength circuit. I did change it up just a little bit today from, if you got the PDF, if you already downloaded the PDF, I changed it up just a little bit today for our time and to make sure that we're meeting the needs of all of our folks who are working out today. So, what you need today is your dumbbells. If you have a bench, if you need that for incline push-ups, which I will be doing my push-ups on an incline today. My shoulder's been bothering me. And if you have a resistance loop, you can also use that for our banded walks. Not necessary, not mandatory, but if you have it, it will be helpful to add some extra resistance for you. So why don't we get started with our warm-up? Also, I apologize if you're on Facebook or YouTube. My webcam is not working today. All right, let's start. Just a nice jog. So we're just dealing with the camera that is on my computer. So hopefully it looks okay and you can see and hear me okay. All right, just shake everything out, nice and light. Open your arms. Get your blood moving, get your heart rate up a little bit. Awesome job. Now, if you have questions during this workout, please drop them in the comments. I may not see them right away, but I'll do my best to answer them as I can. All right, we're gonna come into half of a squat, feet about hip width apart, and we're just gonna twist. And it's like we're pushing somebody away from us, getting a nice little torso rotation, opening up our back, our shoulders, and also starting to wake up our legs. Good. 2. And you might see that I have a timer over here. I like to do the warm-ups as time sets. Try to do each movement for about 30 seconds or so. Good. 2 and 1. And come on down to the floor. And we're going to put our legs into a 90-90 degree. Whatever you are able to do. Your right glute, so I have my left leg in front, right leg is back, both at about a 90-degree angle with my knees. And you can either use your hands to support you as you rotate over to the other side, or you can try to do this without using your hands. Oops, sorry, sliding out of the way of the Instagram. There we go. We're just gonna move at our own pace here. You might find that you slide around a little bit. That's okay. Good. A few more seconds here. This should feel really nice in your hips and in your glutes. 2. And rest. Nice job. Come on down into lying. If you have a yoga block or a pillow and you want to put it under your head, you're welcome to. Your legs are going to be at a 90-degree angle. Rest your head down gently, and we're just going to open and close. Open and close. Really nice job. Try to keep your legs and your left arm on the floor as you bring your right arm over and close. Good. 2. And we're going to flip around to the other side. Again, legs at a 90-degree angle. If you have something you want to put your head on, you can do that. And my Instagram friends, I will move the positioning of the camera in 1 second. You might find that one side of your body is a little tighter than the other. That's honestly very normal. And it's just something to make note of and to continue to work on, okay? So you may not have the same range of motion or mobility in one side. That might be due to a past injury. It might be due to your left hand or right hand dominant. Okay, it could be any number of things. All right, we're gonna come into just a body weight glute bridge here. Feet are close to our bottoms, and just come up and give it a squeeze at the top and come down. Good, we're just getting warm here. We do have glute bridges as part of our workout today, but we're gonna use a weight and if you have a band to add some extra resistance if you need it. So right now we're just kind of saying good morning to our glutes. Good, squeeze at the top, few more. Awesome job, and release. And then we're gonna come into half kneeling. Right leg is forward, left leg is back, and we're just gonna shift our weight forward and back, forward and back. Really good job. Move at your own pace. We're warming up our hip flexors and our hamstrings all in one motion here. Few more seconds. And switch your legs, and you can always put an extra cushion or a towel or something underneath your knee, depending on what kind of surface you're working out on. I can't imagine that this is super comfortable on like a hardwood floor or tile floor if you're in your kitchen. Got a few more seconds here. And rest. Okay, so what we're gonna do today, it's a little different again. So if you downloaded the Taste of Strength workouts, it's gonna look a little different today because I've removed the first little superset and made a little bit longer of a strength block today. So we have a lateral walk with a band and a dumbbell if you have those. Single arm row, walking planks, glute bridges with a band and or dumbbell, and push-ups, okay? So just move that over a little bit. All right, awesome work, everybody. All right, so if you have that band, and we're actually gonna do time sets today. So each round is gonna be 5 minutes because we have 5 exercises. We're gonna work for 45 seconds and then rest for 15. And then at the end of the circuit, we'll have a minute rest. So I'm gonna set my timer for 6 minutes. So for our lateral walks, we're gonna put our band on the meaty part of our calves. All right, so halfway between our ankles and our knees. If you're using a dumbbell, you can just hold it at your chest right here. And begin. You're gonna sink down and you're moving using your hip, okay? So you're not initiating this movement with your foot coming out to the side. You're pushing from your hip, okay? And you're staying. It's almost like a half a squat. If you can, go even deeper. This is super challenging, even without a dumbbell or the band. So if you don't have those, it's okay. You're doing the best that you can. Maybe you sink in a little deeper into the movement. We got 5 seconds, and then we're gonna move into our bent over rows. Ready? And rest. You have that band on, take it off. Pick up a moderately heavy weight. We're gonna hinge over at our hips. Pop the balloons under our arms. Row your hand to your hips. And as you row up, I want you to think about squeezing your shoulder blades together as you row. And you're really thinking about initiating this movement with the muscles around your shoulder blade, okay? So we're not curling, we're rowing. This is for those posture muscles to kind of counterbalance the rounding of the shoulders that we sometimes can have discomfort with from sitting like at a computer. Few more seconds. And rest. Okay. Coming down into plank position. Shoulders are out of your ears. Pop the balloon underneath. And we're just gonna walk to the right and the left for 40 seconds. So I like to go 4 steps to the right, 4 steps to the left. You can also do these on an incline if you're working on increasing your strength with your planks. So that would look like, oh, I forgot to bring that thing over. Keep going, don't stop. I thought I brought the bench over already. 15 seconds. You can always come down, give yourself a stretch, and then pop back up into it. 5, 2, and rest. Really awesome job. All right, we're coming into that glute bridge. If you have a band, you're putting that above your knees. You can also hold a dumbbell on your lap, feet hip width, and go up and down, and down. Make sure you're using your thighs and your glutes to press that band out, avoiding letting your knees cave in from the resistance of the band. Good. Really squeeze at the top. We have about 20 more seconds here. Push through the floor. You got it. 10 seconds. If you are just beginning or restarting, doing the glute bridges without the band or dumbbell might be enough for you. And that's amazing. And rest. Last movement. I'm going to grab the bench. We're going to do push-ups. And what I really want you to focus on here is making sure you pop the balloons underneath your armpits. Strong plank position, belly to floor. I'm doing mine on an incline because for me, my shoulder has been feeling a little wonky lately. And I'm really trying to work on my range of motion. Trying to get all the way down, all the way up. Good. 15 seconds. You got it. Remember, you can always come out, give yourself a stretch, and work your way up to the 45 seconds. Really keep that strong line of your plank while you're doing this. 2, and rest. All right, you got a 1-minute rest. Let me just check in. Good morning. Good morning. If you have any comments or questions, let me know. Grab some water. And then we're going to go again. So again, if you're just joining in, make sure you're warm. We're going to do that circuit 2 more times. Okay, so again, lateral walk with band, rows, walking plank, glute bridge, and push-ups, okay? You know what? I'm going to go ahead and take this long sleeve shirt off. So we have about 20 seconds before we get going again. I'm going to get my band. So for our lateral banded walks, we're putting those bands right on the meaty part of our calves. All right. Gonna grab my dumbbell. We ready? 5 movements. At the end of this, you get another 1-minute break. Ready? Go. Drop into that squat. Think about initiating the side step from your hip and from your glute. I do about 3 or 4 steps to each side. You can go more. Depends on how much space you have, honestly. But I really want you to try to stay in that squatted position, keeping that tension as you walk. Awesome job. Good. 10 seconds. 3, 2, and rest. Awesome job. Grab those heavier weights if you have them. If you have 1 set of dumbbells, no big deal. Ready? We're going to hinge over, long spine, and initiate the movement with our back muscles, upper back, bringing our hands to our hips. This is what it looks like from the front. My feet are a little bit less than hip width apart, and you'll notice that my elbows go right back. They're not chicken winging out, nice and close to the side, and I'm squeezing at the top. You can also take one of your legs back to give you a little extra stability. 10 seconds. Whew. 3. And rest. All right, next up we have that walking plank. And I want to show you that you can do this on the incline. And if you're building strength in your core, it's just as impactful as doing it on the ground, okay? Ready? Plank position. And we're walking side to side. Keep your shoulders out of your ears. Keep that plank. If you're walking on the floor and your butt is in the air, I want you to see if you have something, like even your stairs, to do these on an incline. You are working on building that strength throughout your core. And as soon as your booty starts going up, you're losing that resistance. Your body is compensating, okay? You got 5 seconds. Shoulders out of your ears. You have got this. Good. And rest. Coming down for glute bridges again. If you're using a band, put that loop above your knees. If you're using a weight, you're putting it on your tummy, your pelvis, holding tight, and we begin. Good. Make sure you're getting that squeeze at the top. Make sure you're not super arching your back. Try to come down to a flat back at the bottom. Making sure our knees are pressing out against that band. Good. 15 seconds. You got it. 5. And rest. All right, you know what's next. We got push-ups. Now, while I prefer that you do the push-ups on an incline, if you're working on gaining strength, to do them on your toes. If you do not, it's okay to do them on your knees. You're just not building that core strength the same way. Oops. All right, so on an incline, find your plank. Ready? And down. Exhale as you press up. Inhale on the way down. Keeping your core strong. Trying to make sure you're not arching your butt up or sagging your hips. Strong core. We got 10 seconds. Make sure your shoulders aren't rolling forward, friends. 5, 2, and rest. Awesome job. All right, we got a minute. Shake it off. Stay hydrated, my friends. What did the Dos Equis guy used to say? You know what I'm talking about. The guy who looked like an international man of mystery. See, does anybody have any comments or questions? Awesome, you're all doing amazing. If you are doing the replay, please make sure you comment and let us know that you did the replay. Excuse me, it is challenging to talk while you're moving. Usually, so if you jump into a straight up strong class, which I hope you do, you'll find that Tina and I both demonstrate the movements, but then we come up, and because it's on Zoom, we can actually see you and help you with your form and give you suggestions and coach you, during class. So this Taste of Strength, this live stream is a little different than how we normally run class. So if you're enjoying these workouts, we really hope that you will come and join us for a live class. We have one this Saturday, the 20th at 10 a.m. It's gonna be fun. They always are. All right, band. We're gonna go through this circuit one more time, friends. Put this band around the meaty part of your calves. Pull your ponytail tight if you need to. Grab your dumbbell. Sink in and go. Nice job. Stepping out using your hips and your glutes. Not stepping out like this. See how my foot ends up on the edge? We don't want that. Right? Foot flat on the floor as you step. Good. Thank you so much for joining us, for joining me. We have 15 seconds here. Good. And if you did not know, there is a PDF that goes along with these. Make sure you grab those. Good. And rest, shake it out. We're going into those bent over rows. So make sure you grab the PDF with the link in the bio so that you have these forever. Ready? Hinge over, long spine. Rowing our hands to our hips, making a 90-degree angle as we row. And think about squeezing a pen or a penny in between your shoulder blades. And really give it a good pause. And then lower with control. Good, you got 15 seconds. Remember, you can tripod your leg out for extra stability. 5, 2, and rest. All right, friends, we have 3 moves left. Walking plank, glute bridges, and push-ups. So come into that walking bridge position, a walking plank, and go. And I recommend 4 to the right, 4 to the left. And if your butt is coming up in the air, keep going. Or sagging, I want you to come up onto the incline if you have access to that. If you do not have access to an incline, you can drop to your knees and keep your knees stationary and walk your hands to the side, but the preferred way to modify this is to go on the incline. You got 5 seconds. You can do this. Breathe through it and rest. Amazing work, my friends. All right, grab that band if you have it, dumbbell if you have it and you're using it. And we're going into glute bridges. If you do not have a band, oops. Ready? And begin. If you do not have a band or a heavy enough dumbbell and these feel not challenging, you can also put your feet up and elevate them and push through to make it more challenging. You can also play around with single leg bridges to make more challenging. Okay, if you need other ideas, please email us at coach@straightupstrong.com or come to class. 5 seconds. You got it. And rest. All right. You know what's coming. We got push-ups. Whoops. So again, you were doing these on the floor, on your toes. You want that strong plank position. Down and up. Down and up. If your butt is sinking or coming up in the air, or you're only doing half of a range of motion, I want you up on that incline, or if you have to, on your knees. Okay? We don't want this. It's a good start, but our goal is to come all the way down, all the way up for that full range of motion. Okay? Shoulders are back and out of your ears 45-degree angle. You have 5 seconds left while I'm giving you these cues, my friend. All the way down, all the way up. I am so proud of you because that is our full body workout for today. And I'm pretty much right on time. Look at that. All right, grab a sip of water. We're going to do some stretches. Take your right arm across your chest. Drop your shoulder down. Look over your shoulder. Every time I say that, I always feel like I'm like posing for an album cover. Is that weird? It's kind of weird, right? Or like the old glamour shots, like just gaze over your shoulder. Pretend you're looking at something really pretty in the distance. And release left arm over. Drop your shoulder down. This should feel nice after those rows and after the push-ups. Good. So you always want to try to aim to hold a stretch for about 20 to 30 seconds. And you should never feel pain during this. Might be a little uncomfortable, but not painful, okay? And shake it out. Take your arms behind your back. Drop your shoulders down. You can also hold a resistance band or a towel if you're working on mobility and flexibility in your shoulders. Oh, hey, Otelia. And keep holding and release. Good. All right, we're going to come up to standing. Take your right foot in your right hand. Knees are together. Please hold on to something if you need some extra stability. Squeeze your right glute. And you should feel a nice deep stretch in the front of that bent leg. Taking nice deep breaths in if you're breathless. Okay. Good. And release. Left leg, left hand. Knees are together. Hold on to something if you need it for balance. Squeeze your left glute. And a question that we get a lot is, how do I know I have the right level of resistance? So you want the last 2 to 3 reps to feel challenging, but doable with good form, okay? You want to press yourself to be challenged with those last few reps. So they're like really hard, like almost like, oh my gosh, am I going to be able to do one more? But you are able to with that good form. You don't want to like grind it out. Good. Right toes up, hinge over, long spine. All right, you don't want to be grinding anything, but you want those last few reps to be challenging. So during group fitness classes, especially for home fitness, where you might have limited access to weights, you might, if with a lighter weight, you might be doing more reps, okay? And with a heavier weight, change your feet, left toes up, hinge, long spine. With a heavier weight, you might be doing less reps, okay? And then sometimes, especially, I think it's still a little challenging to get more equipment. I'm not sure it's as challenging as it maybe was in April or June even. But adding resistance loops, they're really space friendly, meaning they don't take a lot of space. Good, right leg over your left knee, sit into it, good. And they're really helpful to adding resistance for lower body exercises. So what you're able to row or chest press is going to probably be less than what you're deadlifting or squatting with, because your glutes, switch legs. Again, hold on to something if you need it for this. Again, your legs, especially your glutes, are the biggest muscles in your body. Your triceps are relatively small in comparison. So when you're even thinking about what weight you're going to use for a bicep curl versus a tricep extension, it's probably going to be different, okay? And that's why it's helpful to have a wide variety of weights. And the resistance bands are a very useful way to add resistance to your lower body exercises. All right, good. We are done. Woo. I am so, so proud of you for being here, for joining me. If you have any questions, please make sure you reach out either in the comments of these recordings or email us at coach@straightupstrong.com. Make sure you download the PDF with the 3 workouts so that you have them. In the PDF, you not only have a description of how to run through the workout, but you also have, excuse me, links to exercise tutorials. So if there's an exercise in there and you're like, I'm not sure how to do this kickstand deadlift, you can click on the link and it will bring you to a video with a tutorial on how to do that. All right, so also we hope to see you in a live class. It would be super fun to have you in class on Saturday. We open up our Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time classes to the public to have an opportunity to give us a try, see how you like the class, get a feel of the community, and then go from there. So hope to see you, hope to chat. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for being here. Oops.